Yep, that's me. The girl in the middle of a college party full of people that she's never met before. Peanut butter and a sombrero with a neon outfit. How did I get here, you ask? I don't even really remember taking it, honestly. I think what had happened was, what's up with your butter? What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to your favorite with your messy self, story time. Let's have a little family meeting. How are y'all? I hope you guys are doing well, but if you need like a little moment, your girl is here for you, okay? And I'm gonna embarrass myself in the process as per usual. Gather around and let's have ourselves a good old time laughing at Nikki. I demand that you follow this rule for the rest of your days, because straight up, when my kids start going to parties and stuff, because you know it's inevitable, they're gonna want to be out there in the calle with their friends, acting like they're grown. You know, we all go through the phases. They will not leave my house without this, ever, ever, ever. They can be mad at me if they want to. This was like the one time that I went to a party that was like hella far from anywhere. I did not know anything nearby, and sometimes you might find yourself in these situations and you need to know what to do, or you need to be prepared. Me and David have been together for centuries. Once upon a time we were new in love and stuff, you know, so year maybe into mine and David's relationship. So I was still, you know, we were still in the getting to know each other phase. Did we already live together? Yes. Don't be like me. It worked out, but like, don't be like me. You know, it takes a while to really meet every single person that has been a part of your man's life since jump, okay? It is a process. You may think that you have met everybody, and then all of a sudden there's a whole gaggle of cousins that you've never met before in your life, or like lifetime friends, and like you trying to put the dots together of how they know your mans and like trying to, you know, follow their story and stuff. It was a lot, okay? And I want to say it took, girl, I'm not even exaggerating, it took like a good 5 years for me to meet every person that has been a part of David's life. I mean, distant cousins, you know, distant uncles. A year seems like a long time, but in the grand scheme of things, especially for your forever person, it's really not a long time. So you're still like in this process of like being nervous, or at least I was, when I would go to like family functions, because I just wanted to like make a good impression, okay? Have the regular conversation, how many siblings you got, right? And, you know, I'm like, mine is very simple. One brother. I just got one brother. That he got not one, not two, but 3 sisters. Okay, 3 sisters. And I was like, I was so nervous. I was like, oh my God, I gotta get through 3 sisters. Like, immigrant, like, Lord help me, because I really like him. Girl, and every time I was getting really nervous, even with like his baby sister, who was 7. You know, she's a little bit older than me, and she was in college at this time. And like, there was just a part of me, I really wanted her to like me, okay? She was like going through her own thing, and she was leaving off to college, so I really didn't get to like connect with her till around this time, okay? About a year into mine and David's relationship. We have like an event that we're involved in together, and you know, we hung out for that, but there was also like a lot of her friends that were there, and just like a whole lot of other people that were kind of like, I don't know, buffers. So even though I was hanging out with her, I wasn't really like getting to know her, right? I didn't want to be weird. I didn't want to be like, oh, hey, do you want to hang out? Like, just because I'm dating your brother? I don't know. I would just rely on like going to David's parents and running into her, and hopefully we bond. Well, girl, that never happened. Girl, one day comes around and I get text on my phone, and it is from David's sister. And I was like, oh my girl, she's texting me, girl. And so I'm like nervous, and I open up the text message and I'm like, okay, what? And she was like, hey, what are you doing on this day? She's inviting me to something. And I was like, what? So she starts talking to me about this party. It's one of her friends' birthdays, and I've already met this friend because she was at that prior event. So she was like, you know, you remember her? Like, yeah, she's having a house party. It's like a neon party. Do you want to come? Do I want to come? Girl, I was so excited. It was very far, and we're going to refer to this place as Cowtown. Cowtown, at least over an hour away from where we live. So it's gonna be a little bit of a road trip as well, okay? Side of my Scion, I was in a little takalaka, all right? My little Hyundai would not make it that far, I'm sorry. Like, and I was like due for an oil change. I was not prepared to be going on a road trip. All of these girls are older than me, and like, they're like college girls, and like, you know, when I met them, they were pretty cool. So I was like, this is very exciting. And also, it will give me a moment to bond with, you know, my man's sister, okay? Me, her, and one of her friends, I believe we were like in a chat together, and we were going over outfit ideas, and we were gonna be wearing the same exact outfit. So we picked the little undershirt, we picked the green like halter top over, and I believe we were wearing just regular shorts, but we all looked the same. Girl, we looked like thing 1, thing 2, and thing 3 in green. We all decided that we were just gonna carpool from David's sister's spot over to Cowtown together. We get all of the logistics figured out, and I'm so excited. And I remember like talking to David, and I was like, I'm gonna go to this party, and he was like, to him, he's known like these friends of his sisters for years. They were very much involved in each other's lives and like the people in their lives and stuff. So these girls that I'm going to this party with, he's known since. So he's looking at me sideways like, wait, why are these two worlds colliding? Like, since when do you go out and party with them? I don't know, like David seemed a little nervous. And I was like, which piqued my interest even more. Like, why are you scared? I mean, random, but okay. Fast forward, the day of the party comes around, and I go and meet up with my sister-in-law. I'm just gonna call her my sister-in-law going forward, okay? So I meet up with my sister-in-law at her place, and then her friend also meets us there. And this is her best friend. This is not even just her friend. This is her best friend, childhood friends, like home skillet since the beginning, even now, like all the time for all their life, okay? I also wanted to make a good impression with her as well, because like they're besties. I'm like in the middle of like this bestie relationship, and I'm like, oh shit. I do my sister-in-law's makeup. We pack into the car. They're both in the front, I'm in the back, and I am finishing up my makeup. I tried to do like this crazy neon eye look. Girl, not a primer, not no concealer on the eyelid, nothing, just straight on the eyelid. It looked a mess by the end of the night is my point. Anyways, and we got, you know, like this hour something drive ahead of us. So of course, you know, we're listening to music, we're jamming. Of course, it leads into conversation. They start going into their memories and telling me about like some of the stuff that they got into as kids. And you know, they grew up together. So it was really interesting for me to hear. They're telling me story after story after story, and then girl, hold up. Because this will happen. And you need to be mentally and emotionally prepared. Their stories start intertwining with my man. For a second there, girl, I forgot. Yes, this is David's sister. And this is David's sister's best friend that's been around since, okay? And it started out real simple, we're cute. Then, girl, they start going into like, you know, some of the dumb things that David used to do when he was younger that are not, you know, just really not my jam. Messy lines start intersecting, storylines start merging, and all of a sudden I'm hearing about like some past girls that David has messed around with, you know what I'm saying, and like some past tea, and it's really not a big deal, and they're talking about it. I'm talking about jumping from topic to topic and just throwing a little bit of like David in there, and I'm like, wait a minute, hold up, can you rewind? Like, what are you talking about? Because my heart is punctured right now. What are you saying? David did that? Really? Wow, I didn't know. And girl, there was one point, I will never forget this. I literally remember saying, why would he do that? Like, even if he could, like, why? They for real looked back at me and they were like, I mean, he was single, like, why wouldn't he? Like, why wouldn't he have? Of course he would. Like, he's a dude. Wait, like, girl, like, oh. And of course they don't see David the way I see him. Like, he's the love of my life. But to them, they're just like, David was fucking stupid. You know, like, I would be lying if I said that I didn't pocket that and be like, okay, I'm gonna talk to David about that later. We're talking about this later. So overflown with tea, it is not even funny. Like, not even funny. I had to process it within the next week. Anyways, and it is like, I don't know, a normal size, like suburban house. It actually like seemed like a pretty nice neighborhood. Every college party that I went to was like in small dorms, small apartments, but this is a whole ass house. And I was like, oh, with like a backyard and everything. So speaking of, we enter through the backyard and we go through the side gate, and it is a huge backyard. We're there pretty early. There's probably like, I don't know, 4 or 5 people there right now. It's still daylight, but yet we're competing with the sun with our outfits, girl. We were so bright. We were wearing them lime greens, the neon pinks. It was a lot for the corneas, okay? The birthday girl is there. She has a sombrero on. Introducing the sombrero into the party. They got some tables set up to play beer pong. Immediately, little neon cups are passed around. 1 shot, 2 shots. Okay, all right, we're feeling a little warm, feeling a little fuzzy. More people start trickling in. I'm starting to get to know, you know, some of these people. And I'm just having, you know, little idle chit chat with the people around me, while also staying pretty close to my sister-in-law, because I literally don't know anybody else here, okay? These are all her peeps. So I am really like, you know, like I'm just gonna stay right here and, you know, just you know, just be vibing. Some time passes. We end up taking another shot. The side gate of that house opens, and I swear from 1 second to the next, we are flooded with people. That backyard, as big as it was, I'm talking about like this. There was music, there was smoking, a lot of drinking. I had never played beer pong before. I've always like just seen my friends do it. I knew that I was gonna be bad at it. I could just feel it in my spirit. At this point, it's hella dark outside, and we have like a back porch light and then one additional light back in the backyard, and the rest of it is just pitch black, girl, and there are so many people there. And so, you know, you just feel bodies all around you, right? I didn't know how much time had passed. All I knew is that what was being passed around was shots. Shot after shot after shot. I gotta pee, and excuse me, girl, I start looking around, I start asking people, hey, where's the food? Pizza or something? Like, where's the food? I'm getting a little snacky. I'm asking, and they're looking at me very much sideways. And yes, like, I don't know if it was because like we're strangers and I'm just asking you if you know where food is, or if genuinely it's just because like who the fuck is talking about food. But every person I was like, hey, do they got food here? Is there food here? Girl, I'm going through the crowd. I done lost my sister-in-law. I don't even know where she's at. And they had like a small little deck in the back of the house. And so, you know, it's kind of elevated. I look up and I see the birthday girl who lives here. I see her up at the top, and I'm like, oh, she'll know where it is, because like obviously, hey, you know, I'm feeling all woosty and stuff, and I'm like, what's up, girl, happy birthday. I was like, hey, where's the food, where's the snacks, is it inside, is it in the kitchen? Just let me know where your kitchen is, you know, I'm gonna give me a snack. There ain't no food. And I was like, I know you. Come again? What you mean no food? There ain't no papa here. What you talking about? I started going through my medical charts with her, and I was like, hey, look, okay, like I'm anemic, hypoglycemic. I got low blood sugar issues, girl. Like I'm gonna need something. I'm so sorry. And I'm like, no, it's all good. Like anything you got, girl. I sounded like a crackhead. I was like, anything, I'll take anything. Go in the kitchen, look in the pantry, in the cabinets, whatever you find you can have. Like I'm sure you can find some crackers or something. And like at this point in time, crackers sounded like a delicacy. I was like, yes. So I was like, I'm gonna go pee, and then I'm gonna go search. It's gonna be a pee and search. It's a ranch style house, and there was like this little hallway over to the left. I saw people kind of congregating in that area. So I go over there and I ask a few people, I was like, hey, where's the bathroom? And they were like, oh, it's down that hallway. And I was like, okay, cool. So I go down that hallway. It's a very thin little hallway, and it kind of goes to the right. So I round that corner. As I'm rounding that corner, I'm also passing the kitchen. So I was like, mental note, I'm about to be up in there after I go pee. So I round this corner, first door on the left, I get into the bathroom. I don't know what it is about bathrooms at parties, but you will feel the most tipsy or whatever it is that you did out there, you will feel it the most in here. And all of a sudden, girl, I'm swaying. And I'm like, oh my God. And you sit there and you say to yourself, wow, I'm a little fucked up. And you lie to yourself and you say, I'm okay, I got this, I'm not that drunk. Liar. Let's just breathe it off, girl. That door busts open and this girl comes in out of nowhere, girl. I got my bare booty on this toilet and I'm like, ah! I am tripping. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm over here trying to like wipe myself real fast. She can't wait. She can't wait. She turns from the sink and goes to the tub that is directly in front of me, opens up that curtain, and I mean lets out a demon itself. You hear me? I'm conflicted because like I'm trying not to throw up myself, but also this girl is by herself and just throwing up, like she is throwing up her soul. You hear me? So there I go, and I start doing the girl thing, and I reach up and I grab her hair because her hair is down. She's blonde. She's like this blonde girl. Her hair is pretty long too, so she's looking like the Grudge, leaning over that damn bathtub. So there I go, and I start getting her hair, right? It's okay, girl, just let it out. Damn bathroom door gets knocked open again. I don't know what it was with people in this door, but I'm telling you, they were bulldozing through it, okay? This door flies open, and these two girls come in. Oh my God, Ashley, hey, oh my God, are you okay? And girl, they straight up just wedged their bodies in between me and her, and I'm like, okay, don't say a word to me. Trying not to throw up my whole life anyway. Should have been here sooner, to be honest, okay? I don't know how she got over here all sick without y'all, but you know, that's neither here nor there. It's none of my business. I'm outie 5,000. They start tending to their friends, start washing my hands, making sure my makeup is okay. And these three girls are going through war behind me, and I'm just like, okay. Next order of business, finding food. Good luck, you guys. Feel better, mama. I go into this kitchen and it is an older kitchen, okay? Like, I don't know. There were so many cabinets. Like, damn near the whole perimeter of the room was cabinetry. And like white cabinets, like very old school, I don't know, like 80s, 90s cabinetry in that kitchen. And it was like wood. Everything was wood. Pick a side and I start opening cabinets. Girl, why is like 80% of these cabinets literally empty? Not a glass, not a plate, not nothing, not a teacup, okay? And then I get to this one cabinet and all of the aforementioned things are in this one cabinet, just stuffed in there. Plates, bowls, cups, coffee cups, all in one. Meanwhile, there are people in the kitchen that are just like mingling. And so I'm literally going around, and like asking people to move because girl, I can literally feel myself getting sick and I start getting like shaky when I haven't eaten for long periods of time. Like I have already identified and girl, I will pass out. I'm one of those, I will pass out. I used to pass out all the time in high school. That's how I got out of my little prom debacle because everybody knew that I had a history of passing out. So that's how that worked, okay? But anyways, I get to the fridge and I'm like, surely something can be in the fridge. I don't care if it's a tomato. I don't care. Like something, girl, I open that fridge. I'm talking about like mayonnaise, condiments in the door of the fridge. There's this pantry door. It's open a little bit. The light is on. I open that door. It was like a scene out of the movie where you hear, ah! And I see a big ass jar of peanut butter sitting alone on a shelf. Nothing else. Yes, protein. Get about halfway through all of the drawers, finally find some utensils, grab me a spoon and just start digging in. And it was a new jar of peanut butter too, girl. It was new. It was like, I mean, I'm sorry to whoever it was that peanut butter, but I was dying. I get through maybe a quarter of it and I start feeling okay and I start feeling better and I'm like, okay. Now I'm not irritated, agitated, shaky. Now I can enjoy my buzz. I take off through that house, heading towards the back door where I came from, where the party is at, with this peanut butter jar in my hand, and I'm just... And as I'm walking through, I feel somebody put a hat on my head. And I'm like, oh shit, and I started looking around, girl, I have no idea who it was. It just, an arm popped out and just was like, oh, here you go. And I was like, hey. Fight breaks out in the middle of the party, okay? And it's between two dudes and you just see arms swinging and people like holding another person back. I'm all hella tipsy and I'm like, oh my God, they're fighting. In the middle of this madness, I just hear, Nikki, what are you doing? At the end of the stairs is my sister-in-law with her friends and they're looking at me like, I looked at her friend. I was like, y'all didn't have no food. I was like, I needed this. Okay, I'm hypoglycemic. They separated whoever it was that were fighting. It was literally two dudes that were fighting about a girl. It was crazy. Somewhere in the middle of this, a picture is taken of me. Yeah, we should go. And I was like, yes, we should go. So I set down the peanut butter, took off the sombrero. And as we're heading out, my sister-in-law is like, oh shit, like, where's my friend? You know, her best friend, childhood friend, the one that came up here with us. Girl, nowhere to be found. We start walking towards that gate. We say bye to everybody out of that side gate. And my sister-in-law is like trying to call her best friend. One of them bushes start moving, start shaking, girl. And me and her get so scared. We think that there's some sort of animal. Her best friend and her best friend was laid up in that bush. It was so much fun. But and however, the one thing that I took out of this was to never go to a party unprepared. I can probably count on one hand how many dorm parties or college parties I would go to and they had food. And even if they had food, then you got these greedy hoes that be coming to the party and like getting 3-4 pieces of pizza just for themselves. So by the time you get there, you just getting scraps. You know what I mean? So like, don't be caught unprepared all the time. You better have a snack in your purse, some crackers, a banana, some gummies. I don't care what it is, okay? Some fruit snacks. Girl, the way that I used to pass out, dangerous. You hear me? And I just don't want you guys to be caught slipping or be put into a vulnerable position, especially if you do have issues. You think to yourself, oh, well, we can just go to like a fast food restaurant or we can go here, we can go there. But if you ride there with somebody, first of all, you don't have your car. Second of all, you're not in your right mind. Ubers and stuff don't stop at like fast food restaurants for you. And in my case, I didn't even know where the hell I was, girl. And it was called Cowtown for a reason. There was like hardly anything nearby. So in those situations, always be prepared, okay? Have a little something tucked away in your purse or something. You know, it doesn't have to be a whole lot, but just a little something to put in your stomach while you are doing the most out there with your friends. As my kids get older and they start experiencing life on their own, that is one thing I'm not budging on. You are not leaving this house without a snack pack. That's just what it is. Thank you guys so much for coming to chill with me for story time today. I love y'all so much, but God loves you more, and I will see your fine self in my next video. Peace out, y'all. Take care of yourself. Make sure you eat. Love you. See you later.